It's exactly 32 minutes past the hour, 10 o'clock on this Wednesday on JK Live here at Citizen Television. On the bench, the hot bench, Cabinet Secretary for Health, Aden Duale. He's trying to defend himself with lots of money being looted. He says it's not looted, it's just, well, rejected, he says. But Waziri, name and shame a few of these people, because you mentioned this, you mentioned 6.8 billion from private sector, 2.8 billion from this block. Name and shame a few so that we can know who is
It's a long list.
up.
You can find it. Number one, for the counties, they have the dashboard. Out of the 2.8 billion, 10 counties account for 2 billion. Okay? There are some counties which don't have any rejection.
Okay.
Very good progressive counties, Kisumu, Makweli, Mombasa. In the private 6.8 billion, we can put it in our website. They know themselves.
We want to know them.
No.
We want to know them.
No. You know, these are facilities that have contractual agreement with the SHA. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll put them on our, and they know themselves, and we'll put them on. You'll see how much MP SHA, Aga Khan, Nairobi Hospital, any private facility anywhere in the country at any level, level 4, level 5, level 6. My own referrals, 500 million. Kenyatta Hospital, MTRH, Jaramogi, the rejection, Kenyatta University, the rejections are there. Faith-based, you can pick any. The PCA lot, the Anglican lot, the Catholics. So this is not, we're not hiding anything. So if our own referrals are there. And you know, because people were used to the theft of NHIF. Imagine if it was NHIF, all these 11 billion rejections could have been paid.
To those fraudsters?
To those facilities, including my own facilities. This 11 billion could have been paid by NHIF. And by the way, I have not finished. This is only October to April. And today, if you look at, during this period, the claim was 12 billion. The collection was like 7 billion. But tonight is the 29th, 28th. Our claim submitted, just submitted. We have not, the system has not looked at what to reject, what to return for documentation, okay, is far less than our revenue collection.
By how much?
About 2 billion.
Ayub, I'm sure listeners, viewers out there, they have lots of questions and comments.
Plenty.
What do we have? What do we have?
I am ready to answer them.
Thank you.
Okay, so Abel is pulling them up, and also Monica. The first is Fred _0, who says, Bonaciers, yesterday I was in a private facility in Nairobi for a checkup. SHA queues are very long and some patients get critical waiting for approval. The system is very sluggish. A good health cover that isn't reliable is not efficient.
Let me tell you, our system turn around is less than 1 minute.
Why are there such long lines?
Let me finish. Some facilities want to frustrate patients so that they wait and then they pay out of pocket. And we are telling them we are doing vigilance. The system is doing vigilance on such facilities. If they continue keep waiting and blaming the system, we will deny them the authorization of SHA.
Why would they do vigilance? Why would they keep them waiting?
No, because they want out of pocket. Because for the SHA patient, they have to wait and reimburse. They want out of pocket. These are the people we are watching. The system, real time, is less than 2 minutes.
Go.
Next up is...
So I'm telling Fred, please, you have our command center 147. Report that facility.
147?
Yes. Either by email, by text, by phone. We have over 70 Kenyans manning that command center.
Bob Ndolo says, this is my question to the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Honorable Duale. In light of the recent reports of the loss of billions of shillings and fraud within the Social Health Authority, would it be possible to establish a special investigative unit dedicated to addressing these issues until the project is fully stabilized?
Within our own Social Health Authority, our system has the latest AI fraud engine. In our own system, we have forensic and risk auditors. We have a team of clinical review doctors. So that is why we found out 11 billion of fraudulent claims have been rejected. If we had to pay, then there could have been loss of public funds.
Okay.
So every shilling, every premium paid by a Kenyan will be followed by the system until that Kenya gets the pill, until he gets some medicine, until we see he has been given the service like surgery or maternity.
Anonymous says, hey Ayub, mid-January, my shosh was admitted. We were told we have to pay a whole year contribution first for her to be admitted, that is 7,200 shillings, out of total bill of 20,000 Kenya shillings. Social Health Authority only paid 10,000. Ask Bwana CS, why are they forcing people to pay full year contribution upfront?
I want you to tell me any insurance anywhere in the world that is monthly.
Yeah, there are plenty.
There are none.
Yeah,
Tell me
monthly you can
the
pay.
sustainability of any insurance company, the philosophy, the principle, it must be an annual contribution. Tell me which country and which
Vehicle allowance.
Tell me, even vehicle. Tell me.
You can pay by month for the month.
No,
Come on.
no,
Where do you live?
no.
Garissa.
That is that party.
Okay, someone here.
And please also show the people who have benefited from the
job.
social authorities. Don't be very selective.
Wawero Kimani here is a concerned
No, no,
Kenyan saying,
I'm not seeing it there.
Hold on.
That must be from your village.
yes, I pay using Lipa Pole Pole, right?
Yes.
The amount is always deducted automatically from my M-Pesa without me even entering my M-Pesa PIN. Kuna kaukora fulani hapo.
Safaricom have answered that question last week very clearly. Yeah.
What do they say?
No, the leave of Pole Pole is totally different. It's like a standard order you give in the bank. When you take a loan,
Standing order.
when you take money,
Yes,
and you have been given some guarantee,
yes.
the standard procedure follows.
Standing order.
Yes, nobody consults you. The money is checked until you finish.
Hakuna kaukora.
Hakuna.
Onkoba,
And while you were there,
Yes.
he must be part of the people, about 26,000 Kenyans have paid 4 months, and then they opt out of the Sha Lipa Pole Pole. You know what people do? It's part of the fraud. They pay 4 months, they go to a facility, maybe the facility pays for them, then they incur a bill of 200 and 300, 400,000, and then they disappear. 26,000 Kenyans have opted. We are working with the consortium, with Safaricom, with DHA, to make sure that going forward, you cannot opt out.
Carry on.
You know, even if you go to another telephone,
Yeah.
we will follow you. So we want now the ID card to be put there, just like the Hustler Fund. Yes.
Onkoba_John says, why should someone only be allowed to access outpatient in level 1 to 3 hospitals only? So what happens to this level 4 plus where proper equipment are and you can't access them?
Very good. Primary health care is for outpatient, and it's free, and it's in level 2 and 3, and you just need to register. If you require a specialized treatment in level 4, 5, and 6, you must pay the insurance premium, the Social Health Insurance Fund. So as clear as the day and night.
Okay. Next is Miriam Ahmed says, can the CS expound on DHA? Is it the same thing as Social Health Authority? What about it building the health digital backbone?
Very good to Miriam. Digital Health Agency is an agency within the Ministry of Health, just like SHA. So they work complementary. And I can give a very good example. It's like the express superhighway. That is DHA. The vehicles passing are SHA. As simple as that. So DHA provides the digital infrastructure.
The avenue.
The Afya Yangu, the Practice 360 for doctors, the track and trace for drugs, the logistics systems. DHA brings together 38 systems. So that is the highway SHA uses that for registration portal, for ERP claims management, and all that. So there are two government institutions.
Don't forget, you have to pay toll on the expressway.
Even DHA, these systems, they pay fees to DHA for it to run.
Yeah.
We move on to the next. Wesley O'Ward says, why is it expensive to register for SHA? If I am to register my father and mother for the Social Health Authority, I would need 24,000. That's 12,000 each. Is SHA meant to discriminate people without finances? And what is the process of monthly deductions now that Kenyans are complaining of direct deductions from M-Pesa?
You know, there are two sets. The formal sector, the employed Kenyans, both public, private, is a 2.7%.
Yeah. 2.75.
2.7%.
Don't forget that one.
Of your income.
Yes.
I don't know how much you pay. I think I pay about 38%.
38,000, you mean?
38,000.
38,000.
Why am I paying 38,000? I used to pay 5,000. It's to subsidize for Mamamboga. It's to subsidize for Boda Boda. That when they go through, Boda in the informal sector, when they'll go through the mean testing, SHA Lipa Pole Pole, they will not pay 38,000 that I'm paying, or that maybe the 20, or maybe you're paying 40, you're earning more than me.
I'm not.
No, I'm also likely you're a senior guy. You're earning maybe $1 million plus. So we cover them.
I hope my chairman, I hope my chairman is listening.
No, he must be watching. He's my neighbor. So them they pay like 12,000, 10,000, 8,000. The president is paying like 70, 90,000 or 100,000. Why is he paying? Before, all of us were paying a flat rate in the formal sector. And that's why the whole equity in healthcare, that if the president of the Republic of Kenya is treated, an ordinary citizen must get same treatment.
Okay.
And Jeff, by the way, members of parliament told me today that the Chama, the WhatsApp group for raising funds in Kenya, has reduced by about 51%. And by 2027, when we are going to the elections, where William Ruto will win, William Ruto will win by 2 million to 3 million votes. What he said is true.
Just because he said,
you know, I have told you.
He said that yesterday.
No. I have with you in the bench. What I have told you happened. I told you William Ruto will win. You didn't believe it. He won. He's going to win by 2 to 3 million. The rest are jokers. The serious competitor is not around.
He might emerge.
No. Nobody.
Huh?
Raila Odinga's political constituency and stature was like a pillar. You have been to New York.
You have.
Time Towers.
Time Towers.
So it has crashed. To rebuild it, it will take time. No leader had a solid, radicalized, strong constituency. All these other opposition players, they cannot fill Uhuru Park. Tell them to fill, I'll pay. I'll pay for the money. It's only William Ruto who can fill Uhuru Park.
Mukhtar Khalif.
Yes.
In Wajir County, by the way. Says, Mr. Duale, pastoralists in northern Kenya, like Wajir County, have no idea about SHA. So what are they doing about that ignorance of pastoralists who are by nature migratory than sedentary? Very good question.
In fact, very good question. They should follow Governor Olelenko of Kajiado. He says, one goat for SHA. You sell one goat, you get a premium. The leadership in northern Kenya, starting with the governors and the MCAs and the MPs, must go and tell their people that the numbers, in fact, you are very right. I'll give you the top 5 counties. Mombasa, Bomet, Kirinyaga, Nyeri, Elgeyo Marakwet,
That's fine.
Kericho, Lamu, Tharaka Nithi. The last one is...
Murang'a?
No. The last one should be from Kisumu. Oh. The 10 bottom.
Yeah, go on.
A pastoralist from starting with mine.
Yeah, that's because your governors live in Runda. They live in Nairobi. They're not in
I don't know where they
Wajir
live.
or Garissa or Mandera or Marsabit.
So let me give
They're
you.
in Runda.
So let me give you Turkana, Tana River, Wajir, Mandera, Garissa, Marsabit, Isiolo, West Pokot.
Good Lord. Those people live in Nairobi. The government, they don't care about their people.
You come from Kiambu, you live in Nairobi. What's the difference?
Kiambu is a stone throw away.
Gachagua comes from, Madeira. He lives in Nairobi.
What's your point?
Uhuru lives in
Ishaweri.
He lives in Nairobi. President Ruto lives in Sugoi. He lives in Nairobi.
Yeah, how far?
Why is it a problem? When
How far is Wajir?
Why is it a problem when a Somali lives in Nairobi?
How far is Wajir?
Nairobi belongs to all Kenyans.
Oh, really? Even governors can come and live here?
Governors of even Muranga governor has a home in Nairobi. Nyeri governor has a home in Nairobi.
Yeah, but they don't live here all the time.
The same for northern Kenyan governors. They don't live here all the time.
They visit.
Go to their Twitter.
They visit their county.
Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Why are you guys having a problem with the Somali community?
No, you are.
It is you guys.
How so?
No. I'm even wondering, we're talking about Shah. How did the Somali governors living in Nairobi came in here?
You mentioned the
And let me tell you, by the way.
Bottom 10.
By the way, let me tell you. We don't live in Nairobi. We live in London. We live in Minnesota. We have a problem with the Trump.
Well,
No. We live in Brussels. You have gone around.
Did you just mention Minnesota? You better leave Minnesota, my friend.
No. We have a congresswoman. Listen, the place I thought I would never see a Somali was Guinea-Bissau. I found 25 of them.
You did not.
I am telling you, ask President Ruto.
In Bissau?
Guinea-Bissau.
Yes, the capital is Bissau.
Yes. He asked me, are you sure that Somalis here? The biggest mall in Dakar is owned by a Somali.
No.
The biggest mall in Lusaka is owned by a Somali. You guys, the biggest mall in Lubumbashi is owned by a Somali. You guys have a phobia with Somali.
That's why.
And by the way, you'll go to the grave without phobia.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Yes. I am a Kenyan minister serving the Kenyan. But because, of the last 1 week,
yes.
I was wondering why this community that has produced great people, not to be, greater than me, generals, commissioner of police, IBC chair,
all the top jobs.
My supreme.
All the top jobs.
And they are the best. My late brother, may he rest in peace.
Supreme Court Judge.
Judge Mohammed.
Yes.
Best ministers. The first lady foreign minister. Good businessmen. Occupy 60% of Kenyan landmass.
You forget the lawyers.
Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi.
The Grand Mullah.
The Grand Mullah.
Himself.
He was readmitted, he refused. How can you be readmitted back? You see how principled he is?
Yes.
He says, I am not going back. The rest could have been there. The rest of the other senior councils could have been there in the morning.
Correct.
I like Ahmed Nasir.
He's a good
man.
man.
Very principled man.
Good man. Who's anonymous?
Anonymous.
I forgot Welie.
Aha, Welie.
Advisor to the central bank of one of the biggest economy in the Middle East.
Sure.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Says Anonymous, my question to Waziri, where does that rejected money go? Is it back to the sender or Mstuni? That's one question. The second says he has said that the issue happened in 2024-5, but the report is clearly stating that Shah lost 11 billion in 6 months. Lastly, number 3 now, what measures are they going to put in place to minimize the problem? Let him answer the questions direct than meandering.
No. Tell him I have a history. I was the leader of majority first leader of majority for 8.5 years. Number 1, when you want to steal my money and I stop you, so you keep your money. I mean, they wanted to steal from us. We rejected. So we have said, you have not offered service, we will not give you a cup of tea. So Shah is keeping its money. And the money belongs to the people of Kenya. The second question is what?
When the duration, the period...
of the rejection. The rejection was from October 2024 to April.
6 months.
When I went there.
6 months.
Yes, when the system was growing. And the third one was what?
To minimize measures, to remedy.
No, today I'm telling you, our system is at 98% complete. Today, in fact, if you load your documents as a facility to the digital health superhighway, and one document is missing, the system will not take your documents. It will tell you a critical document is missing. Secondly, Facilities now have learned. They have been trained. Now they are doing their claims lodging in the right way. Majority of the hospitals now are compliant.
Okay.
Next, Leonard.
And that is, I have answered him direct.
Okay, Leonard.
If he's watching me.
Leonard Masika B says, asks CS, why is the health sector, I guess health sector, in limbo under your watch? Are you really on the ground, or what are you saying is reported? Is he aware that there are no drugs in the hospitals? Is he aware of what costs a woman to give birth in this country? He should stop lying to Kenyans.
He must be part of the refugee bloggers or supporters. Number one, I'm the first minister, the first country, the first health ministry to sign the US-Kenya or the US Global Health Strategy and brought 210 billion. The first country globally. Is that the minister in limbo? I'm the first minister to negotiate for reduction of price with Roche for prices to come down for breast cancer patients. I'm the minister who made sure in 8 months, extra 8 million Kenyans registered to SHA. I'm the minister who detected and who said 11 billion will not be paid. They are rejected. So these are bloggers of Rigiji. And by the way, his party says they listen to the ground. Nyeri is number 3. 69% of Nyeri residents are members of the Social Health Authority.
60?
9%. Ask Governor Kaiga. I'll be there next week. Yeah, to do the rollout. And by the way, the other thing is, I have visited, I think, 13 counties. Every week I do 2 counties. So I go to the ground. Him is just here maybe with his phone tweeting for the so-called united opposition.
Okay.
I don't know whether they'll be united.
Okay.
Because majority of them are amateurs in politics.
Okay. Please,
Why are you one of them?
Yeah.
Please, Jeff.
Yeah.
And don't skip this. 3 weeks ago, CS Duale picked a fight with a prophet in this country.
Oh, this is a good question.
I'm talking of investigation, okay? How did this end up? Is he still investigating? I don't think what he is saying in studio right now is leading anywhere. Heri kuponywa na Mungu.
First, I hope he is a member of Bishop Owor's church. Our bone of contention with Bishop Owor is one. We believe in the faith, myself. We believe in spiritual nourishment. Whether Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jewish. But we still take our medicine for different ailments. We cannot take our children to medical school, take them through internship. They become medical officers. They graduate, they go do masters, registrars, consultants. Very respectable profession. Then you come and say, and parade 5 of our doctors and say they have done a miracle. We have first written to those doctors. The regulator has written to them and tell them to come and give us data and evidence. But I am told Bishop Owor himself has gone to, is it India or Italy, for knee replacement. I'm looking for the hospital he went to. So if he himself can go for knee replacement, I don't know why he should ask his followers to go for spiritual nourishment and don't take... You know, this is what happened with Shakahola. You have to be very careful. We have to be very, very careful. Shakahola, thousands of Kenyans have been starved to death. But we have also written to Professor... I think the regulator has written, KMPDC has written to Professor Owor to provide us evidence where AIDS patients got treated, who were positive, became negative. Because of his preaching.
What about the guy who went to a dental clinic and for a toothache and died?
That was a quack.
Come on.
Well, I'm telling Kenyans to verify. Now we are verifying. The system is verifying that the doctor who is doing a procedure in any hospital in Kenya, we have the visibility. Is that doctor has the right training? Does he have the right scope of practice? Has he renewed his license. Is he a member of the Kenya Medical Association? That's what we are doing.
What happens to this guy?
These now quacks
Yes.
cannot fit into the system.
Yeah, but what's going to happen to any arrests, any...
No, you don't know the case has been taken by the DCI. And I'm told him he's not a Kenyan.
No?
He's not a Kenyan. So Kenyans must report 147 of any facility they see or any health worker they feel is not professionally correct. We will take action.
Next.
Anonymous says, hi Jeff, if Duale is telling the truth about claims rejections, why do the social health authority staff refuse to open the system for the facility staff to see where the mistake is? How come no one has the rights to the system?
That's why he's anonymous. Tell him if he goes to the system now, if he's a facility owner, he has a code. He can go to the facility owner, he will see the rejection, he will be given the reason why it's been rejected. If it is documents missing, he will be told which document is missing, and he will be told you must return that document within 14 days. That is if he's a facility owner.
Okay. Again, Anonymous says, a lot of theory until you
see, these are the bloggers.
Yes.
These are the bloggers of the United Opposition. I wish they could provide the ID card using my phone.
Yeah.
I can even tell if they are SHA registered. Yes, I have the dashboard.
If I give you my ID, you can tell?
Oh, yes, we'll tell you before here. And we'll even tell you, please first download Afya Yangu. You'll get all the information. You even don't need to carry your last CT scan. You don't need to carry it. It will be on your phone. Kenya, let me tell you, what we are doing, it's not a policy. What President Ruto and us are doing is a constitutional imperative. We are implementing Article 43 of the Constitution, the right of citizens to proper health care provided by the state.
Next. Another anonymous?
Yes. A lot of theory says until you require SHA services. On Monday, my mom was told SHA was not working at Karuri Level 4 Hospital. Mom was asked to pay, he meant 5,600 for lab tests, yet she is a paid-up member. This is the story and experience of many Kenyans.
I really want, this is a good story. I don't know why he's anonymous. He should give us the name of his mom. I will pick with the Karuri Level 4
These are text
hospital.
messages, not tweets, so that's why it doesn't reflect.
Okay, so I need to know the mom's ID and name. I will pick myself with Karuri Level 4 Hospital.
You know where it is?
Yes, I know where it is.
That's my constituency.
Yeah. And tell them if they play around with our patients, we're going to close. But I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
Here's another anonymous. Oh, it's
SMS,
a text.
yeah.
Okay. Honorable Minister Aden Duale, what program do you have for diabetic patients?
In fact, it's one of the discussions today the members of parliament also brought it. We're trying to really look at the whole benefit and tariff package of SHA. And we want to include a more robust package for diabetic patients, particularly on testing and screening. Early testing and early screening. That's how we want to. But for dialysis, now we pay for the 2 sessions.
You fully?
Fully paid by SHA. It's only patients, very few who go for 3rd session. And since SHA started, we have served 16,000 patients who went through dialysis.
For free?
Paid by SHA.
Fiona says, hello, Jeff. I'm jobless, yet I'm supposed to be paying 850 shillings for SHA. How possible? And I'm not even working.
By the way, let me tell you, you can stay without going to school. Yeah, until you die. But you can't stay with the disease. That's how important it is. And you will know the value of SHA when you become sick.
So what do you tell Fiona?
That she should pay the 850.
She has no job. She has no job.
If she was an indigent, if she was in the category of elderly, orphans, people with disability, we have so far paid 556,000 people from the social protection data. The governor of Muranga, we must clap for him.
Kangata.
Kangata. has paid for 38,000 indigents in his county. Other governors are following. Majority of members of parliament have paid. In the Digital Health Agency, we have a place called the Hall of Fame, where philanthropists, corporate organizations, members of parliament, governors, any Kenyan who wants to pay for indigents can pay. 2, all our CHPs, 107,000 community health promoters, because they are our frontline health promoters.
Yeah.
Beginning July, we have put in budget, they will receive free comprehensive social health insurance fund.
Next.
Text message again. What is the CS doing to assist cancer patients who have complex treatment? They have to top up and their accounts have depleted.
We have increased. We were at 550.
Okay.
Now we are giving them 800 after the presidential directive during the State of the Nation.
Is it enough?
But tomorrow I'm visiting one of our biggest regional cancer center in Mombasa. And we are trying to make sure that we build more cancer regional centers. We're now doing one in Jaramogi. Already we have the resources. We'll do in Nyeri. We have one in Garissa. We have one in Nakuru. The only problem we have is that we want to take it to the counties because some of the patients are very poor. They can't come to the big towns because they have to pay rent. And ultimately, we want to use the affordable housing policy to build more wards within the regional cancer centers.
Is it enough? 800?
It's enough. Far much better than where we were
550.
during NHIF. No, NHIF was 400. Somewhere there.
Another one. The CS is not being honest. I've just been denied treatment because my limit, 550,000 shillings, is over. Shah has not implemented the increments or the increase to 800,000.
Tell him, because of the new policy, the hospital must get an authorization from Shah for that extra increment.
So they have to write to Shah?
The facility that the patient has exceeded the limit of
550,000.
First, you know you're at 400. Then, if you exceed the 400, you go to the 150 from the emergency chronic and critical illness fund. Comes to 550. If you exceed the 550, then you go to 800.
Okay. Geoffrey says, tell Duale to explain why Shah does not fully cover for outpatient. You go to a public or private facility, you are told there is no medication, you're forced to buy medicine. Why?
Yes. Now, this is the elephant in the room. And the system has confirmed. And today I've told the parliamentarians, and this is what we have implemented. We have found a pattern where Kenyans go through the healthcare system, but they don't get medicine. They're told, so we're wondering why, for example, in Kakamega, PGH, 52,000 patients went through since Shah started. Only 9,000 got medicine. In Bomet, 36,000 went through the system. Only 4,600. So even the governors are wondering. But what is happening is that if you go to a lot of our county hospitals, they have been surrounded by chemists and pharmacists, owned by the same staff of those hospitals.
Yes. Yes.
And telling patients to go and buy. So we're doing two things. Number one, particularly primary health care. Every citizen who goes to primary health care will receive a text message from the Digital Health Agency asking, have you been given medicine? 2, if a patient goes through the system and the system will detect you have not given him medicine, then Shah will not reimburse you for medicine.
Yeah,
It will reimburse you for everything else, but not medicine.
But you all know this is a this is a side hustle.
No, listen.
It's a side hustle.
Listen, and that's why I'm saying there's nothing called side hustle. There's no way I can be a minister and a border rider. There's no way I can be a minister and a truck driver.
But you can be a minister and a camel herder.
No. My camels are somewhere being herded by other people. I pay them for
But you go on weekends.
I pay them for my salary. I don't herd. It's herd by other people I pay. But I cannot herd in the morning the camels and the evening I'm in the office. In fact, under the conflict of interest bill. So what else are we doing? Because the question that Kenyans are having is there's no medicine in facilities. Okay? So once Shah refuses to pay the medicine,
Yeah.
facilities will be forced to buy medicine. And now we can easily tell that Jeff has gone to this facility, he has been seen by a doctor, he has done the lab test, he has done CT scan, and we can see your doctor is prescribing medicine, but the pharmacy guy is not giving you. If there are facilities which are doing that, that's illegal. And Shah will not reimburse.
Okay.
And we want Kenyans to report
Yeah.
that I have gone to this facility, they have refused to give me drugs. They have told me to go and buy. They just need to dial 147.
147. Mina, the first, back to Twitter, says retired civil servants under Caro were once covered by NHIF, but after its dissolution, they've been left exposed. Why aren't they and their dependents protected under Shah? And if government won't step in, who will?
And who are these?
Civil servants.
Civil
under
servants,
Caro.
retired civil servants.
Under Caro.
Yeah.
I need to go and check. I am dealing with the former staff of NHIF who did not get an opportunity to be successful in the recruitment of Shah, the 1,000 I was telling you.
Yep.
And we are
1,800.
putting them in the other public service, and they will earn at the salary they were earning at NHIF. It's called self-to-salary.
So from 1,800, you said there were how many at NHIF?
NHIF, there are 1,800 plus.
And now you have 800 and change.
851. That is the established staff of Shah.
Back to text.
Again, says county hospitals are crumbling under unpaid claims, yet the ministry insists that patients be treated free. What should they use to restock the hospitals?
I told you our payment rate is at 73%. If there's a facility that has not received money, they're part of the rejection.
What? Robert,
Or they are part of the ones that we have told them to bring documents.
Robert Kamau says,
If your documents are clean, because we are the custodian of the premium insurance paid by Kenyans. We must protect every shilling. The shilling must follow the medicine. The shilling must follow the patient.
Robert Kamau says, please, Jeff, ask CS Health UHC workers who worked tirelessly during COVID about our PNP letters. It was clearly said, I guess, last year by President, we get them.
In fact, you know, there was that guy who said Duale has not done anything. When I went there, you remember there was the strike of the doctors of the internship.
Yeah.
I have fixed them. There was a UHC. They were earning peltry 40,000, the COVID. Now they're earning the XRC rate. At the summit chaired by the president in December 10th, the 12th summit,
Yeah.
it was agreed that coming this financial year, and a team was formed, the Ministry of Health, Public Service, National Treasury, and the Council of Governors.
Yeah.
Me and Governor Abdul Samad will co-chair to make sure that the amount of money is put in the equitable share in the division of revenue bill, and the counties take them as permanent and pensionable staff. So he has got a few months.
Okay.
But now he's very comfortable. He's earning SRC rates. All of them, all UHC.
They're okay?
And I've given them the letters confirming that.
Okay.
Yeah?
They were there yesterday in my office.
Jay Kimani, hi citizen, Bwana Waziri is a liar. If the newspaper had a sensational headline, referring to the Daily Nation, he would be breathing fire with evidence.
No. You know first, Kimani, he must also be a blogger of Ricky G. You know, respectively, you can't call a minister a liar. I will not call Kimani a liar if he's watching me. However he offends me, so he better first watch his. But I've explained to you the 11 billion. Maybe he's part of the people we have rejected their claims. He's part of the fraudulent. You can call me a liar. You can call me a bulldozer. You can call me anything. But we will not pay rejected 11 billion. And we have only paid 1.8 billion, as I told you, and we are going to recover.
Okay. Jaberi Ented says, why was it so difficult for the journalist to acknowledge that the CS was the whistleblower? Why hide that private hospitals were the main culprits? Because the goal was not truth, but narrative manipulation. Cartels must fail.
I agree. And we are going to publish all these people who wanted to get the 11 billion fraudulent rejected claims, including my own hospitals, our own hospitals, Minister of Health.
You will?
We will. I mean, what we rejected for Kenyatta National Hospital, let me tell you, it was 241 million. Yes, let me start with mine. MTRH was 231 million.
So 400 million plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I told him, the private was 6.8 billion.
Public?
The public were 2.8 billion, mainly the counties.
That's 8.4.
No, 2.8 plus
6.8 is 9.4. 9.6.
9.6.
Sorry.
Bad in maths. Add 1.1 of the faith base.
That's 10.7.
No.
9.6.
10.7, yes. And then you add the 500.
You can't even count your camels. You're adding up.
Camels, I told you they're 60, and I offered to give you 50.
I'll take them.
But depending on where you rear them, you can't take them to Kiambu.
No?
No.
No?
Those ones are busy rearing. You will mix them with the pigs, you will mix them with the chicken, and you will devalue the pride of a camel. I can only keep for you. Or you can go and keep it with President Uhuru. He has more camels than me.
In Narok?
No, in Taveta.
Yes.
The serious guy. He is a pastoralist by
association.
Yes. Maasai background.
Yeah.
Waziri, we've got some final words for you to tell Kenyans right now. A lot of them are calling you a liar. They're saying Shah is a sham. They're saying health ministry or health in Kenya is in the ice.
I can tell you.
What do you say?
I can tell you without blinking. Kenyans and healthcare workers in our country are very happy with the reform agenda we are taking in the health sector under the leadership of President William Ruto. For many, many years, the Kenyan patient used to suffer. They never used to receive proper care. They never used to receive ethical care. They never used to receive the right safety. Mothers used to share beds. They used to sleep on the floor. Today, you will not see that. Today, 29 million Kenyans have registered freely out of violation. Nobody has coerced them. Today, we have equipment in all our health, county health facilities, latest equipment. Today, KEMSA refill rate is at 98%. Every 10 items you require medicine and technology from KEMSA, they have 9. By end of April, they will have 10 out of 10. Today, we have a visibility of the health sector. We can tell the bed occupancy of Kenyatta. And when it is showing red, the system tells them that either you discharge the patients who are well, or you transfer them, the new patients, take them to the next hospital. Today, we can monitor doctors who are performing surgeries. Today, we can tell the doctors who are doing, are they quacks? Are they the right one? And I'm introducing something called scope of practice. If you are trained for oncology, you'll do oncology. If you are trained for renal, you do renal. I mean, there will be order, there will stability. And I can tell you, Jeff, I'm not praising myself. Ministers from Ghana, from Zambia, are coming to learn. WHO is telling other African leaders, go to Kenya and learn a success story.
What do you think?
Those who are opposing are the normal characters who want to oppose William Ruto because he's called William Ruto. The name Ruto disturbs them. Yeah.
You calling yourself Mr. Fix-It, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not Mr. Fix-It. I am one person who believes in reforms. So we are reforming the health sector. Listen
to this real quick before I hand over to Ayub. Dennis says, Jeff, did you know we had a case of hospital claiming triple amputation on a patient on the same right leg, and turned out he was a watchman in the same hospital with both legs? There was a pregnant man doing a claim. CS Duale has turned the game. Shah works.
And I'm sure there are many like this you are hiding. Why are you hiding? Please, I want to ask you one thing. Get a camera. Go talk to Kenyans. And I'm not saying it. The story, the testimonials about how Shah is working. You know, There's no newspaper that can write Shah is working. Anywhere in the world.
That's not news.
That is not news.
Yeah.
But crisis in Shah,
Yeah.
the newspapers will leave the shelf.
Dog bites man. That's not news.
That's not news. You have worked in...
Man bites dog.
Yeah, I watch CNN every night.
Our people.
The day, your people, the day they have no story against President Trump,
Yes.
they take us to some other stories.
CS for Health, Aden Duale on the bench answering the tough questions. What do you think? You can keep tweeting at Kwenanga Jeff, at
Ayub Abdikadir.
Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag is JK Live. In the meantime, we still have business news and sports coming up. We're going to release the minister. He's going to Mombasa tomorrow and, doing his thing.
Yeah, no, I'm going to a very critical thing, to go and see how the Cancer Regional Center, one of our big one in the coast, we have 3, Nakuru, Garissa, and Mombasa. Myself with Governor Abdul Samad and the whole team, both in the ministry and the National Cancer Institute. We are there, we have put new machines. We want to see how our patients are being treated.
Well done. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, next time you are disappearing,
I'm coming for
please, come to the farm.
I'm coming for my camels.
Yeah. But I told you on condition.
That I do not put them with pigs and cows.
You know, there's a place I know, I don't want to name it.
Yes.
There's a community and people, they mix cows,
Yes.
donkeys, goats and sheep and dogs. And then, so one day I stopped one of them and I thought, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
If pastors see you, they will wander with you. So you must have a herd that's specifically dealing with the camels. They have their own orientation, their own vegetation, their own way of grazing.
Yes.
And the cows, then they go. So my camels should not go to Kembo. The weather, they will die.
Are you scared?
Not biologically engineered for that climate.
Boss.
Business and sports up next year on the broadcast. Stay tuned.
Back in a moment.